This right here is probably the best goal I've seen in this entire save.
You don't wait for me, 'cause I keep breathing fire. I won't wait for you, 'cause you keep telling lies. I keep going high, she keeps going low. At the end of the day, she's gone. But you don't wait for me, 'cause I keep breathing fire. And you keep telling lies.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Outcasts to Icons. If you're still enjoying the series, of course, drop a like on the video. Helps out the channel, helps new people find it. So thank you to the algorithm ultras for all that loveliness. Now, today, we have another of our little half marathons, I suppose, so to speak. We host Napoli, and then we go away to Marseille and Real Betis. This game here is, given how we played in the first game, I think I made some changes towards the end of that game, and it just seemed to open us up, which is weird, because I only really changed stuff in the front line, but I suppose it was just giving the ball away more, and I think the players just lost their heads. We have to try and mount a brilliant game here today, and if we were to come up with something magical, then fantastic, but really our focus has to be on the two games against Marseille and Betis, and what happens in their game against each other today could make a huge statement on that, and there's really no good outcome for me. I guess maybe Marseille winning would help us. I think it would, probably the most, you'd have to say. And with us filling our boots today with Europa League action. No doubt next season, a lot of you will have clubs playing in European competitions as well. So to help you keep track of all your team's activities in the European competitions next season, I present to you the OneFootball app. You'll get live team news on the day of your team's games. You can follow your clubs, you can follow other leagues and clubs as well, and get live up-to-date information whenever goals are scored in their games, as well as around the rest of the leagues for Europe and the world. Not to mention being able to stay up to date on all of the action at Euro 2020. So as always, a huge thank you to OneFootball for sponsoring this video, and you can download the app for free with the link in the top line of the description. In other news, our lovely Romanian left-back, George Yorga, has taken up cycling. So he's been cycling to work, or cycling to training, so to speak, every single day now, which is nice. It's really improving his fitness. However, the other lads have taken to teasing him about wearing his very, very tight, almost too tight, cycling shorts. You can see inside him. They've taken to subtly slipping things into his shorts when he's not looking. So far, we've had a pack of Malwam, a mobile phone, and incredibly a Satsuma. I don't know how, but nevertheless, man, obviously he's going numb from the shorts. Obviously, once again, the worst games in the off-camera period, we'll bundle those all in, because a fair amount of stuff has happened. Now, Ezri Konsa is suspended for this game. I actually played him right back in the last game. That was actually a mistake on my part, in fairness, but okay, right, what can we do here? Strikic is definitely able to come back in. Do I really want to play Strock on the left here? Mihailovic, I've been slightly more impressed with him lately. Braganza, I like having Braganza in the team because he does give us some incredible set-piece delivery, despite having the exact same as Connor Roberts in many levels. Braganza just seems to be that little bit better at directing them for whatever reason. So I'll bring him instead of Campbell, but I do want, obviously in a game like this, we're going to need someone like an Ezri Konsa playing. Oh no, we can't, can we? So it means that Dinko Pavlic will definitely be coming in. Strock on this left-hand side, I just don't see that for me. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus. Right, yeah, I'm going to bring Sobby instead of Strock for right now. Candelario to left-back, and then alongside Yorga, we will have, alongside Hodak, we'll have Basila to get that sort of partnership back together, getting the band back together, so to speak. I might, in fact, just clear the bench and redo that, just so I get a better idea of who I actually want on the bench. PP's a bit knackered, annoyingly. Babic would probably be useful to have around. It really is a bit of a tough one. In a game like this as well, it's just, it's almost like a hit and hope for us, really, in many ways, but we'll do our best. I get the feeling we're going to spend most of this game trying to keep an eye on the other one, and you never know. We played very well at home against both teams, really, so maybe we can do something magical against Napoli. I just don't see it myself, but positive thinking, positive thinking, positive thinkings. We can manifest it with our minds. This is going to turn into like a full monkey's paw situation where, yeah, maybe I will manifest something with my mind, but watch it be like 3 own goals. It's also just occurred to me, the Napoli goalkeeper is our former goalkeeper. I'm sure some of you probably would have pointed that out in the comments in yesterday's video, but it just occurred to me that the goalkeeper we sold has just ended up playing against us. We know that he's an insufferable bell piece, so maybe we can get to him through mind games. Our expectations are just try to put in a good performance and don't lose 4-0 like we did away from home. That game was looking so good, and even a 1-0 defeat would have been kind of fine for me because it would have been like, yeah, it's not embarrassing, it is what it is. But in this game, we need to be better. Marseille have taken the lead in the very first minute of their game, so I guess that's good. I think out of the two, we'd probably prefer Marseille to win that since they're already in a much stronger position group-wise. Oh, and again, We're so close to winning the ball off them in several situations now, but we're just not quite getting that foot in. Right, round the side for Orsolini, it's a tight angle, and it's an easy, well, not even a save. Is there some magic here? Braganza's ball in, and it's headed away. And we need, oh god, Elmas, potentially even a breakaway for Napoli here. He's not got the speed to catch up with him. He just needs to go to the centre and keep an eye on this. Right, defenders come out to try and block. There's a bit of a gap at the back post. We need somebody to cover that. He hasn't. Martinelli, and it's well over the crossbar. Whoa. Half-time, we're definitely the underdogs in this game, but we're keeping a decent amount of the ball, and we haven't really given Napoli that many clear opportunities in the first half, which I will take, and Pavlich has been excellent. But I feel like at some point in this game, surely there is going to be that one moment where we will get a chance of some sort, and we have to be ready to take it. Sobby drops it inside for Pavlich. That's fine. That's fine. Braganza coming short. It's a bit better from us now. A bit more possession. Lovely stuff. Connor Roberts out wide. We've got men in the box. Drops it short for Strikic. He's going to have to shoot, isn't it? Oh, wow. He's tried to bend a magical shot there, but not quite. That probably, hopefully, won't be the chance for us. Nikolic long. Need to be good here. Don't rely on Braganza. Oh, they stepped off there. And Roberts does brilliantly. Pavlich. Oh, no. Be better. You have to be better than that. Those outballs are so key. And, wow, that's a terrible finish. Ivanovic going long again. Simic could definitely outnumber the defender here. There he goes. And Mezga's in behind. He's got a good chance here. Mezga! Yes! Daniel Mezga. Dinamo Zagreb 1. Napoli 0. I brought him on less than a minute ago. And Daniel, is that his first ever goal for us as well? He got an assist in one of the off-camera games. What a moment. Brilliant ball out from Ivanovic. And we lead Napoli by a goal to 0. Simic is way better than the defender here. Gets the ball over the top. They don't track Mezga. This touch here to get it out of his feet is brilliant. Across the goalkeeper. And the youngster, who's still only 17, I think, has scored his first goal. That is huge. We know this is going to be a tough game, but we've defended so well today. Oh, God. Come on, lads. Keep that defensive quality up. Ugarte. Over the crossbar. 20 minutes left here, and we lead. Come on. I feel like at the very least we've earned a draw. Hello, Simic could be able to jump the defender again here, and he does. Strikic is in again. Oh, pulls it across for Mezga. Oh my God, it's just wide again. Daniel Mezga has been absolutely brilliant off the bench so far. That's 2 good chances he's had now. Oh no, oh no. What a save from Ivanovic here. Robert Ivanovic is showing the goalkeeper. He's showing who the preferable of the 2 keepers on the pitch is right now. This could be massive. 8 minutes to go. Ugarte's ball in. Cleared by Campbell, and Pavlich will bring this down. In fact, okay, well, weird, but sure. Stoppage time coming up here. We're into the literally last 3 minutes of this match. If we can pull off this result, it's a good flick on, but easily mopped up by Candelario. Just use the keeper here. That's fine. Strikic needs to get on his bike now. Or Jorga's bike. It's up to him. Dealer's choice. Pavlich with space to run into and men around him here. Finds the ball for Simic. He's through and he's blazed it over the crossbar. Yes! Come on! That is a massive, massive result. If we can hang on for 10 more seconds to beat Napoli by a goal to 0, we've managed the game perfectly. In terms of just frustrating, we've done it. Dinamo Zagreb 1, Napoli 0. And Daniel Mezga with the winning goal. We didn't deserve it on the night as far as like the overall plan of the game, but I told you, it comes around. Oh, that kind of makes up for some of the results that we maybe could have had earlier. That is a massive, massive result. We just bided our time, and I knew that a chance would come, and we just had to have someone take it, and it was Daniel Mezga that took the chance. Huge. Come on. Right. Well, that's made those next 2 matches even more important. This episode about to get lit on fire, friends. Some games off camera, back in a minute. We have set ourselves up for some magical games coming up. We've got Betis right now. We need Napoli to do us a favour anyway and go and beat Marseille. That kind of is key to happen, because there's me talking about the fact that yeah, we got to do all our hardest to try and get 3rd plot. We're not out of the woods for potentially going even further right now. We beat Napoli. Now, obviously, our head-to-head against them is in the toilet because of the end of that first game against them. But if we were to beat Real Betis right now, we'd go on to 7 points. And a win for Marseille, well, you just don't know. We'd put ourselves in a hell of a position to actually have a chance at qualifying. I think that's a bit unrealistic right now. Looking at the expected points for this group right now, it's kind of interesting, weirdly. Napoli are expected to have 8 right now. They only have 6. Both us and Betis, I think, Betis is supposed to have 5, and both us and Marseille are expected to have 4 points. So it seems that Marseille are overachieving somewhat, which does make you wonder if we could get them in that second game. But right now, it's all about Real Betis. I think Anderson backing for Sobby might be my one. That's not happening, is it? Okay, no. Mezga, I think, to the bench, though, perhaps. Although we're going to have to shorten. We'll have to clear the bench anyway because of Champions League. Still feels like we're playing in the bastard. And in fact, I think I'll put Matty Longstaff on the bench. It's not going to be easy, is it really? It's just as simple as that. Simic is lacking a little bit, but he's so important to the way this team plays. When he plays on that right-hand side, we just look that little bit better because we can hit those balls to him sometimes, and he can, generally speaking, almost always out-jump the fullback. We literally scored the winning goal in the last tie, in the last game, because of that. In fact, with that in mind, I think Mezga kind of deserves to be on the bench in this game instead of probably Begolin, because we've got Fisher there anyway. But, I mean, he came off the bench and scored the winner. We cannot stress that enough. What a moment for the lad. I feel like if we play as well as we did in the first game against them, up until the red card part, there's a chance for us here. There really is. I'm confident in us. We're in this. That win against Napoli has completely rejuvenated us. And I honestly feel like the only game that we've been genuinely really bad in was the away game. The home game against... No, it was the away game. The away game against Napoli, the 4-0. We just kind of lost our heads towards the end of that. And I know we probably didn't deserve to win or even draw against them in the home game, but we dug deep and played well in that sense that we took our chance when it came. That's not to say they won't, because we've not been superb to start with. Here we go. Simic on the right back. That's exactly what I wanted. Left back, rather, not right back. Strikic. He's got his touch. This has provided us a little opportunity here. Simic. Oh. Can Strikic pop this to Simic? Good save by the goalkeeper. But again, it all came from Rocco Simic winning that header. And Braganza brings it down. He's got an overlap from Simic again. Can he pick out another good pass? Finds Mihailovic. Triangle. Oh, side netting for Tony Mihailovic. This is better. Half time, and it has been very, very even, but we haven't really done a lot since those little openings we had in the midway through the half. It also doesn't help that the other game is 0-0 as well. Oh, Simic has been scythed down. Okay. How in God's name is that an inch-perfect tackle when... Napoli have scored, which is good news. No, it's not good news, that's bad news. I don't understand how those are given as inch-perfect tackles, and yet half the time when your player just wins the ball cleanly, it's given as a bloody foul. Oh well, watch us give away a penalty straight off the back of it. Right, good tackle. Oh, wow. Ah, dearie me. We can't dwell on it, but like the amount of times we've seen those given as penalties against us, way softer challenges. Shim it. Oh, Strikic has done well there. Oh, can he put it back through? Strikic, he's got to finish here. Vlade Strikic just... Oh. That was a great sop from the Betis goalkeeper, but that was potentially the chance for us right there. Unfortunately, events elsewhere in this group being 1-0 to Napoli the situation is simple. As things stand currently, we would both be unable to... Oh, dear. Oh, dear. We've had a tough time in the Europa League this year, and we've been in every game, really, except for that one against Napoli. It's such a weird one. He's just sort of on his own, not particularly... it's just a great finish. And yet again, it's just been those marginal things. Wow. I mean... Like, we get clear-cut opportunities and we can't take them, and they're taking these, and that's just has been the difference in this game. They've taken low quality... I mean, that was a good quality chance. He's just taken it so incredibly fast, and now it's 2-0 to Real Betis out of nowhere. Yeah, I don't know. Like, the Strikic chance... Look, what a finish with his left foot! The little marginal things where a player scores a chance and the other guy doesn't score... Oh, we're just going to let him all the way through here. It's like Napoli all over again. It's like Napoli all over again. It's 3-0 to Real Betis now. Well, that's us out of Europe, basically. I think that essentially confirms it, right? Or is there a chance if we beat Marseille? I don't think there is. I'm fairly certain that they've got 9 points on the... I mean, it's just straight between the centre-backs. Good finish at near post. Game over. I mean, we've got 7 minutes here. Drops it inside for Mihailovic. Can he get it back, maybe? Around the side for PP. Over to the back post. Fisher! What a strike from Dean Fisher. What an incredible effort from Dean Fisher. We've got 7 minutes to go here, but we have to bail us. I mean, there's no way, is there? We've just not managed to take the chance, and we've given up too many horrendous ones later in this game. It's great work, though, from Mihailovic to PP. Then a lovely little run of the back post for Fisher, and a great strike on the full volley. What an effort from the lad, in fairness. Fisher. Simic. Oh, he's through again, and Strikic just drilled one home. But it's going to be too late. It's Betis 3, Dinamo Zagreb 2. How are you scoring these, but you can't score the one-on-one when it was clean through? Oh, dearie me. It really is. We're going to get knocked out of Europe by the tiniest of margins. Look at this strike from Vlade Strikic. We've still got time, but I think surely it's too late now. Surely. Oh, unless Vlade Strikic just got round his man. He's into the box now. Maybe a pen? No, it's all over. Oh, what a weird game, man. I can't believe we nearly pulled that back with the Fisher and Strikic goals late on, but it wasn't enough in the end. And this is what I mean about there's some of these moments here where you have to take them, and we didn't. And it's come back to bite us in the end, again in Europe. A very close game in the end that we've just not quite been able to get enough out of. Oh, dear. And that's it. We can't overtake them now because of the head-to-head between the two sides. If we'd have got a 3-3 draw here, there would have been massive chances for us, but we just couldn't do it, and we've given up too many poor goals again. Right. Some more games off camera. Back in a second for Napoli. Not Napoli, Marseille as we finish this off. Frustrating, it is, but that's how it goes. Right then, we're back. And obviously there was a big chunk of games played off camera. In this one, Varajdin got a red card after 32 seconds. Paul was slumped over the top and they brought down our player. And yeah, insta red card for them. But that didn't stop them from taking the lead after 11 minutes. Bear in mind, bottom of the league and hadn't done anything other than lose all season. Down to 10 men, and they took the lead away from home at us. Thankfully, it lasted just 2 minutes as Georgi Yorga gets the ball out on the left-hand side here and delivers a gorgeous ball in, which is flicked into the back of the net by Tony Mihailovic. Then, in the second half, Braganza with a nice ball through. Basila's flick on header gave us a 2-1 lead, but it took us an hour to break down 10 men, which was surprising. But then the floodgates kind of opened. Lack of men at the back really did cost him as Mihailovic stooped to nod home his second of the night. And then in the one... I mean, look at this. This right here is probably the best goal I've seen in this entire save. It's just glorious from Georgi Yorga. Out of his feet and hammers it into the top corner from about 30 yards out. What a finish. And that was 4-1 in the end. A thoroughly deserved result. I think we got what we deserved. They did get a second man sent off in the second half as well, which really did not help them when they were down to 9 men. They'd not had a good year. We then had a 3-1 victory in the Cup. It's literally so long ago that it won't even load the bloody XG for it anymore. But as you can see, fairly comfortable. Simic grabbed a couple of goals. Konsa got one too and has picked up a knock. Next up, we went away to Slaven Belupo. They took the lead just before half-time from the penalty spot. Frustrating, but Ramadan Sobi got us a penalty before half-time as well to make it 1-1. And in the second half, we just found a little bit more quality against a relatively poor side. Some lovely work on the edge of the box here. Eventually, the ball is put through for Vlade Strikic, gets it out of his feet, slots it home to make it 2-1. And we still had time for one more piece of loveliness in the 89th minute here. Kem Campbell knock it around the side for Daniel Mezger, but instead of shooting, he takes it slow, whips it across, PP with the strike, 3-1. Really nice to see. Good performance from us. They still had some chances. Obviously, the pen definitely accounted for some of that, though. Sadly, though, against Osijek, it was a different story. 2 minutes in, we gave away one of those ridiculous penalties that just doesn't matter. And then 28 minutes in, it was the exact same story. 2 identical tackles where they just win the ball. And we were 2-0 down from 2 nonsense penalties. But there's just two. I think that's my biggest complaint about the match engine at the moment with FM currently. Mihailovic got us back into it at 2-1 here after 30 minutes. And the pressure started to kind of go from there. But then Van Kaam in the second half with a little flicked header, John Suter with the goal, and it's 3-1. Not John Suter, Harry Suter. Just kind of frustrating. I don't think we were that good, but it's just, yeah, those penalties are a little bit tedious when you see them given so often. You see those given more than actual fouls most of the time, and that for me is my biggest complaint about the match engine at the moment. It is just the way that those are represented, and it's not like it's just the 3D animations. Like the game specifically says in the text commentary, oh, that's surprising, it didn't look like a foul. Then don't give the penalty then. But it is what it is. We lost our first game of the year away at our title rivals. Luckily, we returned to form at home against Gorica, the sort of third best team in the league at the moment. Konsa with a lovely ball whip through, Strikic with the header flick on, and there was Roko Simic at the back post to make it 1-0 after 7 minutes. But that didn't stop them from finding an equaliser here. Some poor defending here as I don't even know what his name is. It's quite a long one to spell. Just an absolute melee. Eventually gets through, and the goalkeeper ends up sort of deflecting into his own net to make it 1-1. But thankfully, in the 38th minute, some nice work out on the right-hand side here. Eventually, a lovely cross is delivered by Braganza, I think it is, to the back post where Ramadan Sobi heads it home for 2-1. Really important goal that was for us. Fairly deserved on the night, you'd say, though. Then, after the disappointment of going out of the Europa League, we had a game away at Šibenik. PP round the side. Braganza with more lovely stuff, drops it across, and there was Sobi at the back post to make it 1-0. Braganza has been phenomenal. Not just his set-piece delivery, but his open play assists have been ridiculously good here, and it continues so. Mezger with the ball through this time and gets on the end of it for 2-0. Nice to see Daniel Mezger getting on the score sheet again. Sobi had a great game, and just a really comfortable win. Then it was back in the cup again, an own goal from their defender. The shot comes in, deflects it into his own net, and then Strock got one as well to make it 2-0 in the cup, and we are through to the semi-finals. And then last but not least, it was a home against Dugopolje, and yet again, it was the Daniel Braganza show. He's just mental. Look at this little drop ball off to Fischer, smashes it home to make it 1-0 after 15 minutes. And moments later, Braganza delivered another spectacular corner, which was flicked into the back of the net by Ezri Konsa for 2-0. And Braganza again, set-piece delivery has been great, but he's got 4 or 5 open play assists to go with it this season as well. And he's just been phenomenal. Great win again. Thoroughly deserved. And incredibly, we are only 4 points clear at the top of the league. It feels like we're winning every game, but somehow only 4 points clear. That loss to Osijek was really not ideal. It could have been 10 points, the gap, had we not had that result. But it is what it is. But so far, we're on for a massively good season. We're at the dead halfway point point of the season right now. Last year we got 79 points and won the league. This year, if we carry on at this rate, we'd be on for a 94-point season. But now that we're all caught up, we travel to Marseille for our final game in the Europa League this season. We can really get our heads down after Christmas and concentrate on the league and the cup to make sure that we do the double again and keep things going. So here's a weird one for you. We get to Marseille Airport, and there's Tony Mihailovic stood there going, whereabouts is the Eiffel Tower? Can we go and see it? I don't know if I didn't really have the heart to tell him. I just hope that we never get drawn against Paris FC or Paris Saint-Germain at some point in this save, because then he's going to be in for a world of hurt. Seems that Tony Mihailovic is not the smartest. He probably thinks Freud is how Brummies like their eggs. We have to give a good account of ourselves today. Now, we will do a change because we have to anyway, because of the fact that we've got to change the bench around a bit. Strikic is back in. I kind of like Strock. Him being on that left foot means that he isn't cutting inside as much as the others, and he is providing some nice little balls across the box. I wonder if that today might be not the worst idea to give it a crack. I do want PP instead of Kem Campbell, though. I've had some other knocks sort of throughout the team lately, which has caused us some problems as well. Esri Konsa also has a slight knock as well in terms of injury anyway. I wouldn't really want to start him at the moment. Sobby, though, could probably come on the bench for sure. Also, Mizrahi definitely shouldn't be starting here. He had to start a game because we had an injury to Ivanovic, but yeah, he's definitely not our first choice goalkeeper right now, although Ivanovic hasn't had the best time of it lately. And I feel like Mihailovic, despite it be a bit mean of me not to start him. Maybe I should drop him because of the whole Eiffel Tower incident, but we'll see about that. And in a way, our system kind of looks like the Eiffel Tower if it's in a really strong wind and it's waving at you. Next season, if we're in a group stage of a tournament, I will not be doing it in 2 episodes because I've been at this for 7.5 hours so far today. I underestimated how many off-camera games there would be. Right, let's go Marseille. We played really well against them in the first game at home. Now, whether we can do that away from home is a different question. Europe's been a bit of a strange one for us this season. I feel like you could argue we've been a bit unlucky, but then at the same time, we also beat Napoli. I don't know if that's enough to ward off all the other sort of things that haven't quite gone our way in some of the other games, but it's just really hard to say. Do we have a chance from the resulting free kick, though? Daniel Braganza, lots of players forward. Braganza, strike! Oh, my goodness me. What a save. Well, opening 10 minutes of this game has been all Dinamo Zagreb. But then where have we seen that before, right? Win the header, yes, Basila. Ah, no. Damn it. Didn't get to the second ball. Ihataren. Miyoki. What is wrong with the European competitions, friends? What a strike from Miyoki. Oh, they've done nothing in 12 minutes so far, and it's been all us, and then it just takes that one moment of magic again, and we are trailing once more in Europe. It's just... They've closed him down relatively well, and he's just unleashed one. And the keeper's so near to getting to that, but once again in Europe, we find ourselves behind. I imagine it must be tough for the lads when essentially there is nothing to play for here, and we're making a meaningless trip across Europe. But we've got to play for pride. But it feels kind of like the heads have just dropped since conceding that goal. At this rate, I'm going to have to buy Tony Mihailovic like a tiny little Eiffel Tower or something. I don't know. Do they have those in Marseille? Do they sell those here? Is there a gift shop we can go to? Because at the moment, we're just kind of gifting Marseille another win. It's a shame. Miyoki. Please don't foul him. Ball whipped through, and the goalkeeper hasn't come to claim it right in front of him, and now Aliou Touré makes it 2-0. Yeah, we've just lost our heads in Europe. The heads have completely dropped. The moment Marseille score, we've offered nothing since then. And it's just simple stuff like, I don't know how the goalkeeper isn't getting involved here. Surely this is right next to him. It's dinked in, and he's just... it's a bit further away. The defender should be... I don't know, it's just poor from us again. I suppose it's really a question of expectations. Obviously, we would have liked to have done better in the Europa League, but we would have also liked a group that didn't feel like a Champions League group, as Ramadan Sobhi runs the ball completely out of play for a throw. Well, it looks like it's going to be Marseille 2, Dinamo Zagreb 0. They've kind of very comfortably swept us aside here. This was not ever... We didn't do anything after literally the opening moments of this game. There was a little chance here apparently, which we didn't see, but nothing was... They just... I think they just kind of gave up at that point. They had nothing to play for, and it was very hard to motivate them. No changes I made any difference in that game. There was just nothing really going forward. But that group was always going to be a nightmare to try and get out of, and unfortunately, the games that really did cost us in this was that home game against Real Betis and the home game against Marseille, where I think we were very, very good up until the red card against Betis, and throughout the entire game against Marseille, and even in the away leg against Betis, where we missed the chance, and it comes back to bite us, and missing the penalty as well in the other game. Little things like that have been really the game changers as far as this group's gone. We've actually given quite a good account of ourselves in the most part. I'm surprised we got as many points as we did, to be fair, in this group. It's just a shame that we got such a tough group. But now we turn our attention to the league. So next episode, we're going to come back after Christmas because obviously there's a long winter break in there too. And we're going to try and burn through the remainder of the league to hopefully win ourselves another league title and a cup in there too. There'll be Youth Intake coming up soon as well. So we end in disappointment there. Sad times, but hey, we've got to take it on the chin and move on. So if you have enjoyed this episode in spite of that, it's still been a bit of a journey, drop a like, that'd be gorgeous. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, that'd be sick as well. I stream on Twitch on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, so go follow there too. I'll join you guys tomorrow after Christmas. Maybe we can make a couple of signings. I don't know. I don't think there's much room in this squad really at the moment as well when it comes to signing, so we'll have to take a little look at that as well. Still not, totally sure on tactics, but we're definitely looking better domestically as well. So I'm using that as a bit of a litmus test at the moment because we're definitely doing better than last year. So I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Hold your gun. Capybara. Bye-bye.